What's up, Broncos country? Welcome to another video straight from the heart of Denver, where the love for football runs deep and the passion for the Broncos is more alive than ever. Today, folks, we've got some earth-shaking news. J.K. Dobbins, the running back who lit up the NFL with the Chargers in 2024, just signed a one-year deal with our Denver Broncos. That's right, Broncos country. This guy's coming in to turn our offense into a yard-gaining, touchdown-scoring machine. But what does this mean for our team? Could Dobbins be the missing piece to lead us back to playoff glory? And maybe, just maybe, a shot at the Super Bowl. Grab a cold one, call your friends, and join me for this full, fired-up breakdown. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon, because here we live, breathe, and bleed orange and blue. Let's go, Broncos! Before we dive into the explosive arrival of J.K. Dobbins, let's take a step back and look at where the Denver Broncos stand right now. It's June 2025, and the offseason is hotter than a summer BBQ in Colorado. The 2024 season was a roller coaster, right, Broncos country? We had moments that made us leap off the couch, like that epic Week 10 win over the Raiders, but also some games that, well, left us scratching our heads. We finished the season with a 98 record, enough to show potential but not enough to secure a playoff spot. Frustrating, absolutely, but also a sign that we're heading in the right direction. Our quarterback, Bo Nix, was the breakout star. The rookie, drafted in 2024, showed he's got the arm, the poise, and that leadership instinct we haven't seen in Denver since the Peyton Manning days. He wrapped the season with 3,532 passing yards, 22 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. Solid numbers for a first-year QB. But Broncos country, we all know, a quarterback alone doesn't win games. Our ground game, despite some flashes of talent, wasn't the sledgehammer we hoped for. We ranked 18th in the NFL in rushing yards, averaging 112.3 yards per game. Not bad, but not exactly nightmare fuel for opposing defenses either. In the backfield, we've got rookie R.J. Harvey, the second-round pick in the 2025 draft, turning heads in training camp. The kid is lightning fast, has reliable hands for catching passes, and brings contagious energy. Audric Estime showed promise in 2024, while Jaleel McLaughlin and Tyler Beatty added speed in key moments. But what we were missing was that experienced RB, the kind of guy who steps onto the field and makes defenses go, "Oh no, here he comes." Enter J.K. Dobbins, buckle up, because this signing could change everything for our offense. Let's get to know the man behind the name. Broncos country, if you don't know J.K. Dobbins yet, get ready. This dude is an inspiration. Born in LaGrange, Texas, Dobbins was a star at Ohio State, rushing for over 2,000 yards in 2019 and earning the nickname Touchdown Machine. Drafted by the Baltimore Ravens in 2020 in the second round, he stormed into the NFL. His rookie season, 805 rushing yards, 9 touchdowns, and an average of 6 yards per carry. 6 yards per carry. The guy's like a tank with race car speed, but life isn't always fair. In 2021, Dobbins suffered a brutal knee injury, ACL, MCL, and meniscus. All at once, he missed the entire season. Then in 2023, just when people thought he was back, boom, a torn Achilles in Week 1 with the Ravens. Many said it was over. Dobbins will never be the same. He can't handle the NFL. Know what he did? He looked at the haters, smiled, and said, "Hold my beer." In 2024, suiting up for the Los Angeles Chargers, Dobbins had his redemption. Season, he rushed for 905 yards, scored 9 touchdowns, and caught 32 passes for 153 yards. The guy was unstoppable. And it wasn't just the numbers. Dobbins brings that burst, that vision to find gaps where none seem to exist, and the power to break tackles and leave defenders in the dust. Want an example? Week 8 against the Saints, 135 rushing yards, including a 43-yard touchdown run where he left 3 defenders in the dust. And check this out, head coach Sean Payton said, "Dobbins is the kind of player who changes the tempo of a game. He's hungry, and that's exactly what we want in Denver." Even safety Brandon Jones, who faced Dobbins in 2024, said it straight. When he's healthy, he's a nightmare for any defense. So Broncos country, are you starting to feel the hype? What do you think about this guy suiting up in orange and blue? Could he be the hero our offense has been waiting for? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear from the fans. Now, let's get to the spicy details of the news that's got Broncos country buzzing. According to sources like Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, and Tom Pelissero, J.K. Dobbins signed a one-year deal with the Denver Broncos worth $5.25 million. Of that, $2.065 million is guaranteed, and he can earn up to an additional $2.5 million. In performance-based incentives, things like rushing yards and touchdowns. For context, he played for the Chargers in 2024 for just $1.61 million. That means Denver is betting big on this guy's talent and comeback story. So how did this signing come about? It all started with a 2-day visit to the Broncos training facility. Dobbins had dinner with team officials, met with Sean Payton, and even sat in on a few meetings with the coaching staff. Sources say he wowed everyone with his energy, work ethic, and, most of all, his love for the game. One ESPN insider said Payton was fascinated by Dobbins' versatility, especially his ability to contribute in both the running and passing game. And talk about timing. Right after June minicamp, Payton gave an interview saying, "We're close to signing a player who can help us win now." Hours later, boom! The contract was signed. This just proves the Broncos aren't messing around. The front office, led by George Paton, is building a team ready to compete in 2025, and Dobbins is a key piece of that puzzle. The big question now is, how will he fit into our offense? Let's find out. It's time to talk about what really matters, Broncos country. How is J.K. Dobbins going to transform the Denver Broncos? First, let's zoom in on our backfield. Like I said, R.J. Harvey is the new sensation. Drafted in 2025, he's already showing in practice that he's a complete playmaker. Fast, agile, and with hands like a wide receiver. During open practices, he left journalists speechless with cuts that made linebackers look like statues. Audric Estime, Jaleel McLaughlin, and Tyler Beatty round out the group, each bringing something special. Power, speed, versatility. But Dobbins? He's the guy who raises the bar. At 26, he brings the kind of experience that comes from facing the best defenses in the NFL and coming out on top. He can be a mentor for the young guys, teaching them how to prepare for big games, how to read a defense, and how to stay locked in even after injuries. And on the field, my God, he's a threat. With his mix of power and speed, Dobbins is perfect for inside runs, goal line carries, and even surprise screen passes. Now the question on everyone's mind, who's going to be RB1? Analysts like Matt Bowen from ESPN believe R.J. Harvey will continue to lead the backfield, especially on passing downs where he shines as a receiver. Dobbins, on the other hand, is expected to be the go-to guy for tough runs, grinding out yards, and finishing drives with touchdowns. CBS Sports projects a shared workload, Harvey with about 55% of the carries, Dobbins with 40%, and the rest split among the group. So what does this mean for the Broncos' offense? A dynamic and unpredictable backfield, with Bo Nix developing, an offensive line that ranked top 5 in run-block win rate in 2024, shout out to Quinn Miners and Garrett Balls, and now Dobbins and Harvey sharing the load. Defenses will have to pick their poison. Want to shut down Nix's passing game? Dobbins will blast through the middle. Stack the box to stop the run? Harvey will torch you on a screen. This is the kind of offense that keeps defensive coordinators up at night. And let's not forget, Dobbins already burned the Broncos. In 2024, playing for the Chargers, he ran for 96 yards against us, including a 28-yard run that sealed the game. But now, he's on our side. It's like stealing the enemy's weapon and turning it on them. So, Broncos country, are you feeling the potential? Do you believe Dobbins and Harvey could become the best RB duo in the AFC West? Or do you want to see them prove it on the field first? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this fan base runs the show, and the fans? Man, Broncos country is on fire. Ever since the Dobbins news broke, X, formerly Twitter, has been exploding with reactions. One fan posted, "J.K. Dobbins in Denver? That's it, y'all. Playoffs confirmed." Another said, "Harvey and Dobbins together? That's unfair to other teams." Of course, some are cautious, worried about Dobbins' injury history. One fan wrote, "He's great, but I'll believe it when I see him play 17 games." That's okay, Broncos country, because this passion, the hype, the doubt, the hope, is what makes us the best fans in the NFL. Outside of X, Denver bars are packed with fans debating the move. On the Broncos Blitz podcast, host Ronnie Court said, "Dobbins is the kind of player who can take a mediocre offense and make it elite. If he stays healthy, he's got all-pro potential." Even on Reddit, fans are posting memes with Dobbins and Harvey as the Batman and Robin of the backfield. And at Empower Field, you can already hear the crowd chanting, "Dobbins, Dobbins," every time he breaks for a first down. This signing is more than just a roster move. It's a message to the fans. The Broncos are dreaming big again. After years of rebuilding, ups and downs, Dobbins' arrival feels like a lightning bolt of hope. It's proof that this front office believes in the team's potential, and now it's up to us, the fans, to back them all the way. So tell me, what did you feel when you heard the news? Are you confident or waiting to see him in action? Drop it in the comments because Broncos country is family. Now, Broncos country, let's look ahead. Training camp is just around the corner, and the 2025 season promises to be epic. With J.K. Dobbins in the backfield, the Broncos offense has everything it needs to be one of the most balanced in the NFL. Sean Payton is a mastermind when it comes to designing creative plays for running backs, and with Dobbins and Harvey's versatility, we can expect offensive packages that'll leave defenses dizzy. Just imagine Dobbins breaking tackles on a 20-yard run while Harvey takes a jet sweep to the house. That's the kind of offense that makes Empower Field erupt, and the schedule? Man, it's packed with challenges. 2 games against the Chiefs, who are still our biggest hurdle, plus matchups with teams like the Bills, Eagles, and Ravens. But with Dobbins in the backfield, our ability to control the clock and keep those high-powered offenses off the field goes way up. And don't forget the Christmas Day game against Kansas City, streaming on Amazon Prime. Just imagine Dobbins scoring the game-winning touchdown in front of millions of viewers. That's the kind of moment that goes down in history. In fantasy football, Dobbins is currently being drafted in the 10th round, but his stock could skyrocket if he dominates in training camp. R.J. Harvey, meanwhile, is viewed as an 8th-round sleeper, especially in PPR leagues. So if you play fantasy, take note, the Broncos' RBs could be gold in 2025. As for the team, expectations are clear. We want a top 10 rushing attack, a playoff berth, and maybe, even just maybe, a deep postseason run. Can we pull it off? I believe Broncos country. So, Broncos country, what an incredible time to be a Denver Broncos fan. J.K. Dobbins is coming in hot, bringing explosion, experience, and a comeback story that inspires. Alongside R.J. Harvey, Bo, Nix, and the genius Sean Payton, our offense is ready to wreak havoc in 2025. But now I want to hear from you. What do you think of the signing? Will Dobbins be RB1, or will he share the spotlight with Harvey? And what are your expectations for the Broncos this season? Drop it all in the comments. This conversation is just getting started. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell so you don't miss any updates. Share it with your fellow Broncos fans because together, we're unstoppable. Let's cheer, let's roar, and let's dream of that Super Bowl trophy. Until next time, y'all, and go Broncos!